Elon Musk, the visionary entrepreneur who wants to send us to Mars, also has some innovative ideas for how to fix things here back on Earth. The 47th US President, Donald J. Trump, signed an executive order on January 20th, 2025, to form an organization known as DOGE, the acronym for the Department of Government Efficiency, created to modernize federal technology and software to maximize governmental efficiency and productivity. Musk was handpicked for this controversial role in implementing the agenda to increase government's productivity, while cost-cutting with assistance of AI technology. Musk and his team immediately got started, and the mission is well underway. It was to be implemented as part of the president's drive to dismantle the huge bureaucracy and to identify issues in the overspending of the budget limits that the US government is well known for. One of his most ambitious plans, you may ask? Using the artificial intelligence technology, known as AI, to make the government work better and more efficient. Elon Musk believes that implementing AI can streamline the bloated bureaucracy, reduce costs, and potentially diminish the constant influence of politicians who have contributed to the inefficiencies in the first place. Musk's future vision is all about stressing the importance of the government's ability to optimize its maximum efficiency factor. Elon maintains that utilizing AI can handle a lot of the tedious tasks that the US government currently struggles with, freeing up the oversized bureaucracy, which should focus on the bigger picture issues vying for attention. Imagine a world where you don't have to wait in line at the DMV for hours, waiting in a long line while at the Social Security office, or just simply navigating a labyrinthine-like website just to renew your passport. That's the kind of future Musk envisions, but is it really that simple and that easy to fix? Critics of DOGE and their implementation argue that handing over the reins of government to AI could have unintended consequences. What happens when a programmed machine software makes a mistake? Who is accountable when an algorithm goes wrong or breaks down? These are just some of the questions we need to grapple with as AI becomes more integrated into our lives outside the government arena. Remember that DOGE was originally the cryptocurrency that started as a joke? Well, in Elon Musk's vision for the future, DOGE isn't now just a meme. It's a key part of his plan to revolutionize government. Trump's newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, or better known as DOGE, is now in force, tasked with shrinking the size and scope of the federal government, while perhaps evoking unintended consequences that may come along with it. Musk wants to use the additional technology, including blockchain and cryptocurrency, to be incorporated in the US economy as well. The argument is that the government has become simply bloated and overall inefficient. Musk also believes that DOGE can cut directly through the typical red tape that citizens face using the status quo systems, versus his pure vision to deliver these government services in a much more effectual manner using the AI technology apparatus. Imagine a world where you could pay your taxes with DOGE or even apply for a driver's license all through the use of a decentralized app. Of course, not everyone is on board with Musk's vision. Harshest critics argue that DOGE is nothing more than a thinly veiled attempt to dismantle the social safety net programs and benefit the wealthy alone that would be possibly at the expense of the poor or middle class. They worry that relying on this AI technology could exacerbate existing inequalities and leave vulnerable populations behind. Here's where things start to get a little dystopian. Some of the most austere critics have even accused Musk's vision of DOGE being nothing short of techno-fascism by chatbot. They argue that putting AI in charge of government functions could erode individual freedoms and possibly lead to an even more looming version of the surveillance state. Imagine a world where every interaction with the government is ever increased by being tracked, analyzed, and used to build a profile of your behavior, or even implement a social scoring system. These concerns are not entirely unfounded. AI systems are only as good as the data they are trained on, and there is a real risk of bias creeping into these systems, especially by unscrupulous characters who may want to use it for sinister scenarios. Imagine that an AI-powered criminal justice system that disproportionately targets people of the opposing political party in office, or a specific ethnicity, or even disability. But Musk's supporters argue that these fears are overblown. Musk's DOGE committee, as demonstrated on its February 12, 2025 first ever public hearing in Congress, believe that AI can actually be used to promote not only fairness, but transparency and accountability in government spending overall. Imagine an AI system that flags potential instances of discrimination, or a chatbot that provides citizens with easy access to information about their unalienable rights. Now let's delve into a real-world example of AI in action within government operations. Since elected to office, President Donald J. Trump has allowed DOGE, with Elon Musk's AI team in charge, to take the reins in analyzing the US government's budget data. This AI-driven initiative aims to uncover controversial spending patterns, challenge wasteful financial habits, and expose the distribution of bureaucratic handouts and pork spending to their donor class. The role of DOGE in this context is both groundbreaking and controversial at the same time. Supporters of the DOGE committee argue that AI can bring unprecedented transparency and efficiency to government operations, potentially revealing corruption and misuse of funds that have long gone unchecked in prior administrations. Imagine an AI system that meticulously combs through budget data, identifying suspicious fraudulent transactions and alerting authorities in real time. On the flip side, critics worry about the implications of such a powerful tool in play. They question whether DOGE in the context of the AI implementation can be truly unbiased, and fear that it could be weaponized for political gain now or in the future. The debate over the DOGE and its use of AI in government accountability is expected to intensify, with both sides of the aisle weighing in on its potential impact. As the citizens of the US continue to monitor this evolving controversy, one thing is clear. The integration of AI via the DOGE into government's function is set to challenge the status quo. This could redefine how we hold our elected leaders accountable, and knowing who holds what position pertaining to congressional budget matters with regard to both sides of the argument. Musk's takeover of Twitter, now rebranded as X, offers a glimpse into how he might approach implementing the DOGE agenda. After acquiring the social media giant in 2022 for $44 billion, Musk swiftly fired a significant portion of the staff, arguing that the company was over-bloated and inefficient. He then implemented a series of sweeping changes, often with little warning or consultation. While some praised Musk's decisiveness, others worried about the implications for free speech and the platform's future. They saw Musk's actions as a sign that he was more interested in consolidating power than fostering open dialogue as he claimed to embrace. Musk's supporters argue that his actions were necessary to save Twitter X platform from financial ruin, and that his critics are overreacting. They believe that Musk's leadership in DOGE could ultimately make the Twitter X platform even stronger and more resilient than before. Only time will tell what the long-term consequences of the original vision and final verdict will be with Musk's DOGE implementation. It will be interesting to see a fascinating intersection of technology and governance in action. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay ahead in the ever-changing world of AI, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you so much for watching.